This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon
Welcome back to
Dixon.
Duffle LO to sit down, and we have been on a China train for a while now. We are at the top of the train. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you guys who wins between China and the US. And the article is going to tell you who wins. Hopefully you guys are ready because it's been a long one. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. When you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. Before I show you this article, brace yourselves because this is the world that we're getting ready to live in. And I just want to warn you guys ahead of time for those that listen to this channel. Make sure you spread the word and tell everybody. Start from the beginning with the moon, with the China situation, the China videos. That's what I'm gonna call them, the China videos. That's what I'm gonna call them. But let me share my screen so I can show y'all who win. And as you guys can see, what does that say right there? What does that say right there? See, I got my red on, I got my gold on, got my little gray on, little white, the outfit should have showed y'all who was gonna win, I mean, hey, you did. What that say? That says global wealth surges as China overtakes US to grab the top spot. Richard Miller, November 14th, 2021. Did anybody know anything about this? I mean, if you knew something about this, comment down below and let me know if you was following this. Global wealth tripled over the last 2 decades, with China leading the way and overtaking the US for the top spot worldwide. That's one of the takeaways from a new report by the research arm of consultant McKinsey and Co. that examines the national balance sheets of 10 countries represent more than 60% of world income. Let me see if I move this, then it'll show the words. It's okay. We know that's income. But here go, there. Look at this. World's new wealth. China accounted for almost 1/3 of gains in global net worth over the past 2 decades. Look at that. Over the past 20 years, look, China getting ready to hit 100 trillion. They over if this 100 right here, they over 100. The US ain't on that because China has all those ghost cities, and with the value of real estate going up, and they have all that empty real estate, that's prime real estate. That's why they have that much wealth growth. People got to understand. We are now wealthier than we have ever been. Jan Mischke, a partner at McKinsey Global Institute in Zurich, said in an interview, net worth worldwide rose to 514 trillion in 2020, from 156 trillion in 2000. According to the study, China accounted for almost 1/3 of the increase. Its wealth skyrocketed to 120 trillion from a mere 7 trillion in 2000. The year before it joined the World Trade Organization. Once China started trading with the world and the world started using China to create a lot of their products and all that stuff, and China was able to bring products to the market and all this, look what they went from. They went from 7 trillion in the year 2000 to 120 trillion. 22 years, 21 years if they count 2021. In 21 years, they more than 10x their money. They over 10x. They actually, let's see, gotta bring out my trusty calculator, y'all. So what we gotta do is we gotta do some division, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta start with 0. We gotta take the 120 trillion and then we divide it by 7. China 17 times their money in 21 years. The US held back by more muted increases in property prices, saw its net worth more than double over the period to 90 trillion. In both countries, the world's biggest economies, more than 2/3 of the wealth is held by the richest 10% of households, and their share has been increasing, the reports. The rich get richer. The rich get richer and the poor get prison. That's just what ended up happening. Why the poor get prison? Because they have a poor mentality, they have poor attitudes, they make poor decisions. And when they make these poor decisions because they want things rather than them, taking time to get the things, and they, able to staff off the instant gratification. You know, they can, get gratification down the line. They want instant gratification. So therefore they want to hurry and take stuff. They want things fast. So, they in the drug game and they getting all that stuff. Like it is all a setup. Like at the end of the day, trust me, I'm in law school. So, shoot me some donations so I can help pay for law school. But I just try to explain to people the truth. Like it's really a setup. So, I mean, if you go out there and you try to do it, you it's like, they call it a trap. You sit in the house all day and you sell drugs out this house all day. If you sell drugs out this house all day, you think ain't nobody watching you? Or can't nobody see that all these random people come in your house and they itching and scratching and all this stuff? Like, come on now. It's a dead giveaway. That's why they call it the trap. But as computed by McKinsey, 68% of global net worth is stored in real estate. You see? 68% of global net worth is stored in real estate. 52% in the other video, like they said, 52% of people in the US are in the stock market. 65% own real estate. There's a whole 35% that don't even own real estate. In China, 90% of them own real estate. That's why they got ghost cities. So if the global net worth is stored in real estate and they have all this real estate, that's why their wealth is so high. That's why it is. And that's why I try to explain to people with all this stuff. Like I don't do financial videos yet. Maybe in the future I'll start doing some, but I like to talk to people, one-on-one and see what's going on to do that. Like, and I would want to do that for free. It would be a fee, but we could go over some of this stuff and like show people like you got to get into the game. You got to get into the game, because if you don't get into the game, you ain't gonna be playing. The balance is held in such things as infrastructure, machinery, and equipment, and to a much lesser extent, so-called intangibles like intellectual property and patents. Got to get you some of that. So this is the breakdown where it's all storage. You guys can see land is super red, housing and other buildings. So land and buildings, that's all together. That makes up the 33, 35. That's the 68% that they were just saying. Financial assets are not counted in the global wealth calculation because they are effectively offset by liabilities. So what they're saying is, you have 120,000 in assets, but then you have 100,000 in liabilities. So they ain't gonna just count your liabilities, because in reality, they gonna just count your assets. Your liabilities is 100,000. So in reality, you only worth that 20,000. Even though your assets say 120,000, but you owe 100 in debt. So therefore, you really only worth 20,000. A corporate bond held by an individual investor, for instance, represents an IOU by that company. Side effects. The steep rise in net worth over the past 2 decades has outstripped the increase in global gross domestic product and has been fueled by balloon property prices, pumping up the declining interest rates, according to McKinsey. It found that asset prices are almost 50% above their long-run average relative to income. That raises question about the sustainability of the wealth boom. So because China been building all these real estate developments and all these everything and that stuff like that, that's why they wealth went up. Because real estate is what people need to live. Everybody else needs somewhere to live. They need somewhere to stay. They gotta lay their head down. So that has the most value in it. They understand that. That's why they built those cities. So now people gonna start coming into them, and now they start their economy. Now the value of those is gonna keep going up, because now it becomes valuable once people start moving into it. People got to understand that. Net worth via price increases above and beyond inflation is questionable in so many ways. It comes with all kinds of side effects. Surging real estate values can make home ownership unaffordable for many people and increase the risk of financial crisis, like the one that hit the U.S. in 2008 after the housing bubble burst. That's it right there. You see, this is why you need to own something. Get in the game and own something. Because the real estate values are going up, is making home ownership unaffordable for a lot of people that don't have no money. And that's why I was saying, like, the poor are regular people. The thing that keep them poor is their decisions and the way that they think. And the way that they think and the decisions that they make poor decisions. And then that's why they're not able to move up how they want to move up. Or they have to take certain routes to try to move up, but they really risky routes that they take to try to move up. When in reality, like I tell people all the time, people go to the bank and borrow $5 million all the time. All they do is sign this, sign that. They leave out, they wire $5 million to their bank. They ain't have to stick the bank up. They ain't have to bring the gun, they ain't have to give me the money. They ain't have to do none of that. They got $5 million just by walking to the bank and showing them their financials. That's it. China could potentially run into similar trouble over the debt of poverty developers like China Evergrande Group. See, they keep bringing up Evergrande because Evergrande owe that debt. And if they go down, a lot of that property value in China may go down. But if China start pulling their investors for other countries, like I said, the other countries will go down as well. The ideal resolution would be for the world's wealth to find its way into more productive investments that expand global GDP. According to the report, the nightmare scenario would be a collapse in asset prices that could erase as much as 1/3 of global wealth, bringing it more in line with world income. That's the end. They talking about erasing 1/3 of the global, not just. They not talking about just of this country wealth. They talk about global wealth. They talking about erasing 1/3 of it. It's at 94 trillion. I just showed y'all that in the last video. It's at 94 trillion. If they erase 1/3 of that, that's about $31 trillion. That just goes away. Now it goes from 94 trillion, and then it's gonna go to like 63 trillion. And when it go to 63 trillion, now everybody kind of see what's going on, all this and all that. And then they start pumping money into the economy. And once they pump money into the economy, it just takes off. Because what? They have these dollars, paper dollars. They have paper dollars that's heavy if you try to bring a lot of them. But when you able to have your entire wallet on your phone, most people are going to go like that. That's why this walks me into the next video of showing you how China then already overtook the US and they wealth growth. As you guys can see, they well beyond the US. Everybody not understanding or paying attention to that. That's why China got all them assets over there in that real estate. Now I'm going to show you how China then super surpassed everybody. And this next video is going to show you the end. This is the end, which is the beginning of the new Great Reset. And you guys have to understand, the new world that we coming into is digital. Nobody ain't trying to lug around no 100,000 and do the money phone all day. Everybody trying to have their money on their phone. So I can go buy whatever I want to buy on my phone. It's more convenient. I ain't got to carry it. I ain't got to hand to hand with nobody. I can just, man, how much you need? Bam, and tap the phones and now you got it. That's how they trying to make it. So that way it's faster. Everything is faster. People not understanding this stuff. And China is already in 2080 doing the things that they doing. That's why I got to show y'all. So hope you guys learned some of this video. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Make sure you hit the bell, thumbs up. We got to beat that YouTube algorithm so we get this video out. I told you guys I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. And once I hit 1,000, then I need to do 10,000. 10,000, I need 100,000. And then we get to 1 million. When we get to 1 million, it's going to be, it's really going to get crazy when we get to 1 million subscribers, because this is how I'm breaking this stuff down. I'm not trying to keep a lot of this information to myself. I want to show you guys, and I want to build this channel before I graduate from law school. So by the time I become that great attorney, I already have a following for you guys to already know, like, man, he been putting everybody up on school for a while. And you guys know I'm that guy. But like I said, prosper through adversity. Don't underestimate family, friends, lovers, enemies. Look objectively. And you got to understand, no matter what city, state, or country is in, every hood is the same. If nobody told you they love you today, I'm going to tell you right now that I love you. That's why I bring y'all this information, because I want y'all to understand, and understand what's going on in the world, so you can try to figure it out and try to make the best decisions. No more poor mindset. We need to have a rich mindset. We need to focus on getting rich, getting wealthy, and being able to take care of our family and ourselves. Health is wealth. You can't make no wealth if you ain't healthy. That's what you got to definitely understand. So that's all I got to say. Duff.
This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon Dixon.